A lot has happened in 1 year. Yo, what's up everyone? Trayman1 here, and 1 year ago today, Pokemon Journeys began, and oh my goodness, a lot has went down. A lot of great things, some bad things unfortunately, but today I want to go ahead and tackle my top 5 favorite Pokemon Journeys episodes from year 1, along with updating my rating of the series so far. With that being said, let's begin with the honorable mentions. For honorable mentions, we have Pokemon Journeys episode 20 and episode 39. Episode 20 is the Dreams episode, and like Sun and Moon episode 20, it's basically about the main characters restating their dreams and working towards them. Now, I didn't appreciate Sun and Moon's episode 20 at first until after the Alola League, the Ash vs Kukui battle, when it all came together. But, you know, I came to Journeys episode 20 with a different approach. I really did, take it in, focus on the things they're saying. You know, Ash focusing on his goal of wanting to be a world champion, showing his competitive skills as a trainer, and Go working hard to catch his Pokemon, reaching up to Mew, who actually appears in this episode. I think this was a really great episode. You know, you can see that Chloe seems to be inspired by Ash and Go a bit, and I just love, the interactions between Ash, Go, and the kids that they're mentoring. Now, for episode 39, I think this rematch was a way better battle than the first Ash versus Bia. Now, I wasn't a big fan of the first one because Ash got all depressed after losing, even though he used 2 of his weakest Pokemon. But they changed that around here. He uses Pikachu and Riolu. And, I think the fight came out pretty good. It started a great rivalry. And it really did show off Bia's true character, which I'm really excited to see more of her and Ash's rivalry. In the number 5 spot, we have episode 17, being Scorbunny's evolution episode. I gotta say, this episode was really amazing in the start of Go and Scorbunny's development. As we know, Scorbunny wanted to use a fire type move. Finally, Go was just stick with the moves you got. This started a conflict between these two, which later built to, when it evolved into Reboot, things got worse and worse. They finally figured each other out, and they worked on it. In many episodes in the future, Go and Reboot end up working on this Ember attack so that they can finally pull through in the end and evolve into Cinderace. I really do love the setup that this episode brought, the conflict, and it was just such a big change when it came to Go and Reboot as partners, and led to a great story by Journeys. Alola, everyone. Yes, I know it's a shocker that this isn't the number 1 episode, but the placement of this episode was kind of a bit off in my opinion with what's going on with Bia's stuff. So, that's just because of the placement, that's why it's a little bit lower, but I love this episode so much. Seeing Kukui, Burnett, all of the cast, even Lily and Gladion making their return, Ash's expression, the Sun and Moon vibe, it just all came back and it was so great. Go mixed well with these characters. We got the introduction of Baby Lay, and I'm yes, it was so beautiful seeing Ash's old Pokemon, and even the development of Go in this episode, with him and Kiawe going through the struggles of, if Go is Ash's rival, if he's doing a great job of, helping Ash grow, and Go stepping up to Kiawe defending himself. I love that scene so much. And, even though he stood no chance against Kiawe, he still gave it his all. And I truly just love this episode so much. I can go on and on for days, but we got to get to the next episode on the list. In the number 3 spot, we have Ash versus Hodge, and oh boy, do I love this battle so much. Episode 7, by the way. Now, yeah, there have been many great battles in Journeys, but this one holds a special place in my heart because this was the first champion battle that we get to see Ash take place in after winning the Alola League. And oh boy, does his thing. I was scared, was Ash gonna be reset? But nope, he wins through the whole tournament without losing a single Pokemon. Uses Mr. Mime for the first time and does amazing, and just even uses strategies from the past series like the Electro Web Iron Tail strategy that he used to defeat Savalli. This showed that this is our champion Ash, and I love this battle so much. The music, the animation, the development for Go of him not liking battles at all in this episode to where he is today, being a great battler, and even the character Hodge, who I do hope we get to see again in the series, battle Ash, because oh boy, I would love a rematch between these two. And oh, of course I can't forget our boy, Mr. Mime. The next episode on the list is actually the most recent one. That's episode 45, the finale to the Sword and Shield arc. And yes, I know I've mentioned many times that I believe this arc should have been longer, but for what they did and what they told, this was a dang good ending, actually. Like, I love the final battle between the Eternatus. Yes, it was so short, but just the animation, the music, seeing Lucario and Cinderace and Pikachu go all in, just overall, I really had a fun experience with this finale. I think it was a pretty great way to wrap up the arc and the story that they was telling, and also leave many questions and mysteries for the future, like Rose's appearance and the fact that Eternatus could possibly come back. Also, you know, things like even Leon, you know, is he not a new chairman? Is, you know, we see Professor Sonia, so much that could come from this, which I'm really excited to see what they have in store for us next. Now that I think about it, this episode aired literally around the time of the anniversary, which is so, like, perfect. It feels like the perfect conclusion for year 1 of Pokemon Journeys. And as we know, next week is Mewtwo, which is a new start. Let's go. With that being said, it's been 1 year and it's time for the final episode. Drum roll, please. The number 1 episode is Marshtomp in the... I can't even finish that. My bad, guys. Okay. All jokes aside, the number 1 episode is episode 10, the Dragonite capture episode. Oh boy, do I have a lot to say about this. The episode that literally broke the internet and, in my opinion, is what saved Pokemon Journeys. Because at this point, I was not digging the first couple of episodes, and we were all under the assumption that Ash wasn't going to catch any Pokemon in this series. Using Mr. Mime instead of bringing the old Pokemon back and everything, it was just kind of like, what the heck, Journeys? But this episode right here, Ash catching a Dragonite, wanting to get stronger and get better at battles, this was the start of what made Journeys great from episode 10 to, I'll say, about the 30s, because, you know, they came hard after this episode. We really got some nice, great moments. We got my boy Dewgong, man. I love Ghost Dewgong so much. His personality is so funny. And we really got to see Ash's character back in this episode. Like, that wanting to help every Pokemon. It was just so perfect. Like, Dragonite was such a big surprise. It was a trend breaker. Ash never catches old Pokemon before until this series, and Dragonite was the start of that. His first catcher being a pseudo-legendary, and at that, my favorite pseudo-legendary. Dragonite at one point was my favorite Pokemon. So yeah, guys, I really love this episode so much. It's what saved Journeys for me. It's what got me really invested into the series, and I got a lot to thank for this episode. With that being said, I want to go ahead and do like a quick series review over the first year. Pokemon Journeys, I say it has been pretty good. In the beginning, it was slow. After episode 10, and for a good bit, they picked up really well and was just going non-stop with the great episodes. And then there was another point where I was just kind of iffy about it, you know, to be a stuffed Ash making silly mistakes with like Thunderbolt and ground types. But after the Sword and Shield arc, I can say things are looking up for the series. If I was to rate it, I would give it a 7 out of 10 right now. Yes, I know the rating has dropped from my thoughts on Journeys video, but a lot of the recent episodes have been kind of iffy to me. But that doesn't mean it's a bad series. Like, I really do enjoy this series. I get so much fun. I really enjoy watching and reviewing it every week, and, you know, hearing you guys' thoughts and opinions. So yeah, like, Journeys is a pretty good series. What I just really hope happens now is that they get rid of the episodic formula, because that's one of the biggest things that's hindering it for me, and actually start to focus on some Ash's other Pokemon. Pikachu, Lucario, take a back seat. But yeah, besides all that, you know, yeah, I think Journeys is pretty good. They have a lot of great potential, great continuity, and are telling great story arcs. Like, I'm really looking forward to this Mewtwo episode. Probably one of the most excited I've ever been for a Pokemon episode in a while. And yeah, everyone, please, in the comment section down below, let me know your top 5 favorite Pokemon Journeys episodes, along with your thoughts and rating on the series so far. I would love to hear. Thank you all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. Year 1 of Journeys has been amazing, and I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for helping my channel grow so much within this year. You know, when Journeys first started, I was barely about to hit 1,000 subscribers. Now we're over here over 5,000 and only going up from here. So thank you so much, Journeys, and to all of you. Thank you all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I can't wait to make some more reviews over the next few years of Journeys and Pokemon to come. Thank you all so much. Treyman1. Peace out.